John Murray, Epistle to the Romans, 约翰慕理罗马人书注释 Session 10第10讲。我们在讲第1章第5节，现在到了尾声。万国这2个字是什么意思呢？是指犹太人和外邦人结合起来呢，还是只是指外邦的国家呢？穆里说这个问题我们不能够武断的去回答。The same difficulty appears in chapter 16, verse 26, and perhaps also in 15:18. 同样的难题呢，出现在16章26节，或者也出现在15章18节。我们先来看罗马书第16章第26节，就是整本罗马书的倒数第2节。这奥秘如今显明出来，而且按着永生上帝的命，借众先知的书指示万国的民，使他们信服真道。指示万国的民，使他们信服真道，跟我们在读的第1章第5节很像。还有可能15章18节也有这个难处。15章18节，除了基督借我做的那些事，我什么都不敢提，只提他借我言语作为，用神迹奇事的能力，并圣灵的能力，使外邦人，也是列国外邦人是中文的翻译，使万国顺服。Most frequently in Paul's letters, nations is used of the Gentiles as distinguished from the Jews. 在保罗书信里面 nations 万国这个词呢，最通常的用法是指外邦人有别于犹太人的。下面很多的经文，我把它的章节读出。罗马书第2章14节和24节，罗马书第3章29节，罗马书第9章24节和30节，罗马书11章11节，罗马书11章25节，罗马书15章9到12节，每一节都有的9、10、11、12。罗马书15章16节，罗马书15章27节，哥林多前书第1章23节，最后哥林多前书5章第1节。Paul is thinking here of his own apostleship. 保罗在这里想到的是他自己的使徒的职分。And since he is the apostle of the Gentiles and glories in that fact, 他既然是外邦人的使徒，也因此为荣。参考罗马书11章13节，使徒行传26章17、18节，加拉太书1章16节，加拉太书2章7到9节。There is much more to be said in favor of the view that here the Gentile nations are in view. 所以有更多的理由支持认为这里保罗所指的就是外邦的国家，外邦的民族 Gentile nations， 就是有别于犹太人。As the apostle of the Gentiles， 身为外邦人的使徒， his office is directed specifically to the promotion of the faith of the gospel among the Gentile nations。 保罗的职分是特别的朝着在外邦的国家那里促进福音的信仰，是朝着这个方向的。参考罗马书第1章13节。最后回到罗马书第1章第5节，1章5节的最后的一段的解释，叫人为他的名顺服真道，为他的名 for his name's sake. This should preferably be taken with the design stated in the preceding words. 为他的名这个词呢，为他的名这个短句呢，最好是与前面的那个目的、那个计划连在一起。It is for Christ's sake that the obedience of faith is to be promoted. 保罗要促进信心的顺服呢，是为了基督的缘故。It is well to note the orientation provided by this edition. 我们应该注意到，加上了为他的名这个短句所提供的是怎么一个的视角，怎么一个的取向。It is not the advantage of the nations that is paramount in the promotion of the gospel. 当保罗为了传福音的缘故，他所做出的努力呢，最重要的不是为了这些国家、这些民族的好处 ，but the honor and glory of Christ， 是为了基督的尊荣，为了基督的荣耀。And the ambassador of Christ must have his own design in promoting the gospel oriented to this paramount concern. 而身为基督的使者，保罗必定有他自己的计划，就是说朝着这个至高的关注来促进福音的广传。His subjective design must reflect God's own antecedent and objective design. 保罗主观的目的或者计划，必然的或者必定的，甚至乎必须的反映出上帝自己的先存的客观的目的或者是计划。所以保罗的目的就是上帝的目的，为了上帝的荣耀，为了基督的荣耀。第1章第6节，其中也有你们这蒙召属耶稣基督的人。The believers at Rome were examples of the fruit accruing from the promotion of the gospel. 罗马的信徒们呢，就是从福音的传播所结出的果子的范例。Among whom are ye also the called of Christ? 其中也有你们这蒙召属耶稣基督的人。The use of the word called in this connection is significant. 这里用被召 called 这个字呢，在这个地方用这个字是有它的重要意义的。Paul had previously drawn attention to the fact, 保罗在前面已经让我们注意到一个事实，就是 that it was by divine call that he had been invested with the apostolic office. Verse 1， 就是都是因为上帝的呼召，他领受了使徒的职分的。第1章第1节。Now we are advised that it was by the same kind of action that the believers at Rome were constituted the disciples of Christ. 现在保罗告诉我们，也是透过同样的一个的上帝的作为，罗马的信徒们就被设立为基督的门徒。It is not probable that called of Jesus Christ indicates as Jesus Christ is conceived of as the author of the call. 领受耶稣基督呼召，就是说，假如认为耶稣基督就是这个呼召的发源者呢，是不太可能的。For uniformly, God the Father is represented as the author. 因为在新约圣经呢，华一性的父上帝乃是那个呼召人的那一位。参考罗马书8章30节，罗马书11章29节，哥林多前书第1章第9节，提摩太后书第1章第9节。They are the called of Jesus Christ in the sense of belonging to Christ. 他们是蒙召于基督的，意思就是说蒙召属基督。我们中文的圣经已经把它翻译出来了，把它解释出来了。Inasmuch as they are called by the Father into the fellowship of His Son, 1 Corinthians 1:9. 意思就是说，他们由圣父呼召进入到与他的儿子有份的相交里面。哥林多前书第1章第9节，罗马书第1章第7节，我写信给你们，在罗马为上帝所爱 奉召做圣徒的众人。愿恩惠平安从我们的父上帝并主耶稣基督归于你们。In verse 5, as has been noted, 我们已经注意到在本章的第5节 The apostle had in mind the promotion of the faith of the gospel among the Gentiles. 保罗心目中想到的就是在外邦人中促进对福音的信奉。In his salutation to the believers at Rome, however, 可是当保罗向罗马的信徒们问安的时候呢 He allows for no racial discrimination. 他不容许任何的种族的歧视。All at Rome, whether Jews or Gentiles are included. 它包括了在罗马所有的，不论是犹太人或者外邦人。The particularization is defined not in terms of race. 若有什么特殊化呢，不是用种族来做定义的 but in terms of the differentiation which arises from God's grace. 若有所区分的话，都是来自上帝的恩典。Those addressed are beloved of God, called to be saints. 保罗写信的对象是为上帝所爱、蒙召做圣徒的。In this instance, he does not speak expressly of the church in Rome. 在这里呢，保罗并没有明文的说到在罗马的教会，有别于或者相对于哥林多前书1章2节、哥林多后书1章1节、加拉太书第1章2节、帖撒罗尼迦前书1章1节、帖撒罗尼迦后书1章1节，那里有讲到某某地方的教会。This does not mean that in Paul's esteem there was no church at Rome. 这个意思并不是说在保罗的心目中呢，在罗马没有教会，参考12章5节、16章5节。The omission of the term is merely a variation that appears in other epistles. 没有用教会这个词呢，只不过是在其他书信也看到的不同的表述的方法而已。参考以弗所书1章1节、腓立比书1章1节、歌罗西书1章2节。The characterization beloved of God, 这里用蒙神所爱的这个表述的方法 Paul uses nowhere else in his salutations. 在保罗书信的问安的话里面，其他地方都没有用到。And only here does it occur in this precise form in the New Testament. 在整本新约圣经里面，只有在这里罗马书第1章呢，就是用这个说法。Though to the same effect is the form, 但是在其他经文里面呢，有同样的效果的表述的方法。歌罗西书3章12节，帖撒罗尼迦前书1章4节，帖撒罗尼迦后书2章13节。The term beloved, 蒙爱、被爱这个词 is a favorite one with the apostle, 是使徒保罗非常喜爱用的。To express the love that binds him to his brethren, 来表达出使他与他的弟兄们连接在一起那个的爱。参考罗马书12章19节、16章第5节、第8节、第9节、第12节。哥林多前书4章14节，哥林多后书7章第1节，提摩太后书第1章第2节。Beloved of God, 蒙上帝所爱 points to the intimacy and tenderness of the love of God the Father, 指向父上帝的爱的亲密和温柔。The embrace of his people in the bosom of his affection, 就是说他怎么在他的怀中拥抱着他的子民。It is the consciousness of this bond that binds the apostle to the saints at Rome。 保罗意识到这个的连结，就是这个连结让使徒保罗与罗马的圣徒连结的。 Called to be saints， 呼召作为圣徒 or called as saints， 身为被召的圣徒 places the emphasis upon the effectual character of the divine action by which believers became saints。 这个说法把重点放在上帝使使徒们成为圣徒的那个作为的大能有效性。 It was by divine summons， 是上帝亲自召他们来的。 They were effectually ushered into the status of saints， 他们是大能有效的带进到做圣徒的地位的。 Beloved of God， 蒙上帝所爱 describes them in terms of the attitude of God to them， 就描述了上帝对他们的态度。 This is primary in the differentiation by which they are distinguished from others。 圣徒们与其他人是如何区别呢？这方面是首要的。 Called， 蒙召 describes them in terms of the determinate action of God。 蒙呼召描述这些圣徒们呢，是按照上帝所决定上帝的坚决的行动来描述他们的。 By which his distinguishing love comes to effect， 透过上帝的坚决的呼召这个作为呢，他这个有分别性的爱，有区分的爱成就了。 Called to be saints， 蒙召做圣徒 describes them in terms of the consecration which is the intent and effect of the effectual call， 就描述着上帝大能有效的呼召的用意和果效，就是上帝把他们分别为圣 consecration。 Though it is without doubt the idea of being set apart to God that is in the foremost in the word saints。 当然圣徒这个词呢，毫无疑问的最显著的意思就是分别属上帝。 Yet it is impossible to dissociate from the term the holiness of character which is the complement of such consecration。 但是我们不可能在蒙召做圣徒这个词呢，把圣洁的品格把它分别出来因为圣洁的品格就是这种分别出来的，与它相辅相成的。 Believers are sanctified by the Spirit， 信徒们是由圣灵使他们成圣的。 And as will appear in the teaching of this apostle， 还有正如在罗马书的教导会很显明的指出 ，the most characteristic feature of a believer， 一个信徒最典型的特点 is that he is holy in heart and manner of life， 就是说他在心中和在生活的样式是圣洁的人。 The form of greeting adopted by the apostle is essentially Christian in character。 使徒保罗所用的问安的方法本质上就是基督徒的问安。 Grace is first of all the disposition of favor on the part of God。 恩惠或者恩典首先就是上帝他自己的施恩宠这种的心意 disposition， but it would be arbitrary to exclude the concrete ways in which the disposition comes to expression in favor bestowed and enjoyed。 但是呢，假如只是说恩典就是上帝的心意，而没有包含着上帝具体的怎么样他的心意表达出来，就是说具体的上帝赐给人哪些的恩宠，人具体的享受到哪些恩宠，只要把它分出来呢，是随意的我来解释。牧里的意思就是说，一方面有上帝永恒创世以前的心意，施恩典的心意，然后具体的给信徒们个别不同的 具体的恩典的两方面都包含在里面。The Pauline concept of peace， 而保罗对平安的这个概念的了解 cannot be understood except on the background of the alienation from God which sin has involved， 必须要从因为罪的缘故，罪所牵涉到的与上帝隔离这个背景，从这个背景来理解平安的。Hence, peace is the reconstituted favor with God。所以平安就是重新设立的，在上帝面前获得恩宠这个地位 ，based upon the reconciliation accomplished by Christ， 都是根据基督所成就的，使上帝与人和好的大功。请注意，我说上帝与人和好，不是说人与上帝和好。The basic meaning is indicated in chapter 5 verses 1 and 2。基本的意义在第5章1到2节指出的。It is only as we appreciate the implications of alienation from God and the reality of the wrath which alienation evinces that we can understand the richness of the biblical notion of peace as enunciated here by the apostle. 唯有当我们体会到与上帝隔离的含义，而这个隔离所标示出的上帝的愤怒的真实性，唯有我们体会到隔离和愤怒，我们才能够了解到圣经里平安的概念是多么的丰富。也就是说，使徒保罗在这里确切说明的平安的意义是多么的丰富的。Peace means the establishment of a status of which confident and unrestrained access to the presence of God is a privilege。 平安是指上帝设立一个的地位，人在这个地位中呢，有一个特权，就是充满着信心，坦然无惧的，毫无约束的获准来到上帝的面前。And peace with God cannot be dissociated from the peace of God。 与上帝和好的平安不能够与上帝所赐的平安分隔 which keeps the heart and mind in Christ Jesus。 上帝所赐的平安就是后者呢，就是在基督耶稣里保守信徒们的心怀意念。参考腓立比书4章第7节。 Grace and peace， 那恩惠与平安 though necessarily distinguished， 虽然我们必须把它区分 are nonetheless correlative in this salutation。 可是呢，在这个问安的话里面呢，是相互相连的 and sustain a close relation to each other even in respect of the concepts denoted。 就算在恩典和平安所指的那些概念之间是有亲密的关系的。When taken in their mutual interdependence and relation， 而当我们看他们彼此的相互的依靠跟相互的相关的时候， we see the fullness of the blessing which the apostle invokes upon those addressed in his epistles。 那么我们就看到，当使徒保罗为他的书信里面的读者所祈求的福气是多么的完整，多么的丰富。参考哥林多前书1章3节，哥林多后书1章2节，加拉太书1章3节，以弗所书1章2节，腓立比书1章2节，哥罗西书1章2节，帖撒罗尼迦前书1章1节，帖撒罗尼迦后书1章2节，提多书1章4节，腓利门书第3节。我们在下一讲呢，会把第7节讲完，下一段呢，就是第1章的第8节到第15节是引言，罗马书的问安之后的引言。